Stakeholders of the Lagos State chapter of the All Progressives Congress (APC) have unanimously endorsed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for a second term, commending the achievements of the president in the last 2 years. They are urging him to run for the presidency in 2027. The stakeholders, including the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, his predecessors, Babatunde Fashola and Akinwumi Ambode, and other key stakeholders gave the endorsement in Lagos at a gathering attended by thousands of party chieftains from across the state. The motion endorsing President Tinubu to run for another term in 2027 was moved by the Ayongbure of Ikorodu, Oba Kabiru Sotobi, and seconded by Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, who said the president had done enough in the last 2 years to merit a second term in office.
Democracy is not divine. It is man-made. And therefore, elections as a key pillar of democracy gives choice to people, and it must be sanctified by us. We created elections as human beings, not God. And therefore, we must sanctify elections by certain actions that I think we must take. And I think the first one I want to commend is that participants must recognize that to the extent that elections are man-made, there will be errors in any electoral process, no matter how great the country or the environment is. What we want to see is that those errors are reduced to the barest minimum.
Team's agenda is not just a slogan, it's a blueprint for progress. It is our doctrine, it is our template, it is our DNA as a state government to anchor on deliberate, inclusive, and sustainable development. From infrastructure renewal to human capacity building, Lagos has continued to move forward with incredible energy and purpose. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our roads and bridges have expanded to ease movement across the metropolis. Traffic management and transportation have taken new forms through initiatives like the Lagos Ride.
It is not a mistake that the people have since 1999 kept faith with us and held on to their trust and loyalty to our party. The secret is that we respect them a lot and do not take their interests for granted. That is why we are growing stronger by the day and giving the opposition and all other political principalities incurable headache that is pushing them further into political abeyance. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, today's meeting will afford us the opportunity to reflect on our performance in the last 2 years, to see how we have fared in our various assignments. As the party in power at the federal, state, and local government levels, this thought taking is necessary so as to know where we are and how fast we need to move to reach our targets.
We're happy as a people because we can see unity coming around each and every one of us here today. I forgot to acknowledge members of the National Executive Council, our ministers that have joined us. I acknowledge you very, very warmly. Thank you very much, sir. Today, you can see that as a body, we have come to show ourselves from the various levels. We started by engaging with a welcome address by our state chairman. And he's a pastor, but he's a pastor with a difference. He's a pastor that has a calling. Colinius Ojelabi, thank you very, very much for your leadership. Everybody has thanked you, but we cannot thank you enough. This is what your party initiative, and we had come here to support you. We have no other party. You are the one that is leading us as a party, and you have shown leadership here today. Thank you, you and your entire State Executive Council. Thank you very much. We indeed appreciate what you have done for us, what you have been able to galvanize all of us here today. After you, we listened to one of our fathers on a special request. Former Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola, he had expressed to us, all of the things that we need to do. And Baba Tajuddin Oluyolisi has further ventilated that after all of this, we need to still go back and set up working committees that will ensure that the useful paper that Governor Fashola has pushed forward to us, that it will work.
What we are doing here today is to formally endorse Mr. President, our father, our leader, our mentor, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that there is no vacancy for the presidency come 2027. And of course, we are reviewing the scorecard at the federal level, the National Assembly, the State Assembly, and of course, the executive generally at the federal level and the states as well. So, and today what we are doing is not even what we should be doing, because normally we would have said we should take Lagos for granted. But we are here today just to formally use it as a symbolic arrangement that, okay, today we are endorsing him formally. So I would believe that he has done so much for this country in the last 2 years. For instance, in the history of our nation, we have a new tax law. It has never happened before. He has taken bold initiatives in terms of the minimum wage that a lot of presidents in the past had a lot of difficulty achieving. He took it over 100%. It was 30,000 and he took it to 70K. Who does that? President Bola Ahmed Tinubu introduced the student loan scheme, which a lot of students, millions of students have benefited from it as we speak. It's not just the student loan for their school fees, also to have stipends at the end of every month to sustain them in their daily affairs. The agricultural sector has been revamped. If you look at the oil sector, the income has rebounded. A lot of things have happened in just 2 years. And you're like, what were we doing as a nation before now? And some of us that campaigned for him, even before he said he wanted to be the president, we were campaigning to people and telling them that, look, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a man that has the political will. He has the vision and he has the action. And of course, now after 2 years, a lot of people can review what we have said and they will see that we know what we are saying.